Welcome back to another episode of Watch Therapy. We just had Halloween here. We're about to have Thanksgiving. And yeah, I got a mini pumpkin. I've also got a little fish here because it's an aquatic environment you would find this watch. This excellent Seiko 5 SRPL87. The amount that you're getting for a $400 watch, which is for sale at Tick Tock shop, I'll put a link in the description. Kindly link this into the channel. You're getting so much. Look at that case. Before I even realized it, shame on me, this is a part of the classic, very famous case design from a line that begins SKX, the SKX case design. So if you looked up SKX watches, Seiko 5, you'd see a bunch of different versions, I guess you would say, of this. It is classic. It is great looking. And I'll tell you, I like so much about this watch, but one of the very first things I noticed, and the things that I kept coming back to, is not necessarily the SKX case design or this popping yellow, which I love, which just smashes it with the contrast. Love it. Love it. It's actually the strap. If I told you this strap, let me move that a little further away. If I told you this strap was made of butter, you should believe me. See how dark that looks? It's so soft. Reminds me of a Seiko watch that I moved on. I wish I hadn't. I got from Japan, ordered from Japan, and it just had the softest strap. Well, this is the second softest strap I have ever felt. I want to put it on my wrist right now. In case anybody's wondering, I'm wearing a Seiko Kinetic right now. Awesome watch. Check out this review. I've done this watch. It's the SUN065. Another great dive watch. Also a great strap, but nothing compared to this. Oh, it feels so good. It's so soft. Oh, look at that. I have a 17 centimeter circumference wrist. Sorry about that. Which is a little under 7 inches, more like 6 3/4. But you can see this 0.5 millimeter dial fits great on my wrist. And I think you could go down to 6 1/4, anywhere up to 7.5 inch wrist. I don't know. I don't know a wrist this wouldn't work on. Look at some of that finishing. Seiko 5 is just, I don't know, I don't want to be negative, but it's kind of like what Seiko used to be. Just so much bang for your buck at like the least expensive price you can imagine, and you kind of almost wonder why they don't charge more. Look at those indices. Look how they kind of pick up the light as I rotate my wrist. I mean, most of it is Lume, right? They're heavily lumed with Lume Bright, yet they still have that reflection. They're reflective, those borders there. I think it's just killer. Speaking of Lume Bright, there is quite a bit on here. And I think, oh, look at that. Very nice. For our 36 beaten away there. It says 24 joules. And I really like just watching this thing move. Right? Super slow. Feels very analog. Very mechanical. Well, because it is. As I was mentioning, excuse me, it does have quite a bit of Lume Bright on there. You can see all the indices, all the hands have it. So let's go in someplace darker, and I'll show you what that looks like in case you were wondering. So here we are in a mostly dark room. Still got some light from the other room coming in, but check that out. Woo! And I can tell you, I've had it checked in the morning, and this thing is still burning brightly. Maybe slightly less in the morning after being in the dark all night with no exposure to light. Excellent. You notice that? Look at all the indices, the hour markers. When I rotate this, you can see its reflection up by the bezel. Looks like, I guess there is little pieces there. It's interesting how that kind of comes in and then fades away. Awesome detail. Very good. Let's go back to the studio. Did I mention the strap? Did I mention this super supple strap? I mean, it's like they borrowed it from Grand Seiko or somewhere. I mean, I don't even know. It might be better. I'm not sure. I've held lots of rubber straps from Grand Seiko, but I've had at least one, my own one, and it's not this soft. Great case design. Love that recessed crown. I really don't have any complaints about this. I don't know, and I think it's probably influenced by the $400 brand new, anyways, $400 price tag. You know, that's hard to argue with. It's hard to argue with. And even with that, I mean, I still don't have any problems with this. I really like it. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you liked my video. Tell me if you hated it. That's fine too. Every comment I get I take it as a compliment. Even I've been called a few things that, I don't know. I don't take it personally. I mean, after all, we're talking about watches here, which is a great thing, but we don't need to get nasty. Thank you again for spending a little bit of your most precious commodity on watching this video, which is time. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.